President Jacob Zuma attended the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland from 26 to 28 January 2011. The World Economic Forum is an international organization that brings together business, political, academic and other society leaders in order to shape the world agenda. The President attends this forum to promote South Africa as an investment-friendly destination. President Zuma met with various world leaders on the sidelines of the summit. Amongst them were former American President Bill Clinton and President Felipe Calderón of Mexico. He also met with the executive chairperson of the World Economic Forum, Professor Klaus Schwab.
As you know, the theme is quite challenging. Exchange views about it a little bit, but also began to look at the coming WEF in Cape Town in May. Also looking at what is it that we need to be dealing with. Of course, we discuss a little bit the challenges that face the world today. We hope that this conference now will help in its deliberations to really help the Cape Town to succeed, because the world is changing, and I think there's a recognition of that. How then do we act to ensure that the changing world doesn't leave anyone behind? To talk about Africa, which is the emerging, developing region, which must not be left behind, and we are happy that the next WEF conference will be in Africa, so that the matters that challenge Africa will be taken forward, particularly the infrastructure in the continent of Africa.
South Africa is a member of the G20. It is a member, now a new member, I would say, of the BRICS, the S-BRICS. Africa is the fastest growing continent at this moment, and I think the policies which the President has enacted are of great interest for the business community, but also for the political community assembled here in Davos.
The business community has an important role to play in making the world a better place and to improve the lives of the poor. South Africa has identified job creation as one of the key priorities for this year. President Zuma met with both international and local business in order to attract investment in the country.
We'll be working with you as the South African business community to achieve these goals of inclusive growth through the new growth path, which places job creation at the center of our efforts. Inclusive growth means, above all, that more of the population should be able to participate in the economy.
The economic well-being of the world cannot be divorced from the challenges brought about by climate change. South Africa is preparing to host the Climate Change Conference later this year in Durban. President Zuma and President Calderón of Mexico participated in the panel discussion on the global climatic change. In December last year, Mexico hosted a successful climate change conference in Cancun.
I think the question that faces us is if we all agree, because I think everybody agrees that there is a challenge. It may differ in degrees at the level at which it challenges others. In the conferences, for an example, where we have been, you would see the passion and the emotion of the island states who are saying to us is a question of life and death. As the sea rises, we are to disappear. That tells you the challenge. The challenge is not picking and choosing. The challenge is global. It challenges all of us. The question is, what is our response? I think that's where the difficulty is.
The challenge is how to reach those priorities, fighting poverty or getting economic growth, but at the same time, how to move our actions towards fighting climate change as well. In the political arena, the challenge is how to mobilize in terms of communications, in terms of leading public opinion towards climate change goals as well.
President Zuma used this discussion panel to appeal to world leaders to work hard to make this year's climate change conference in Durban a success.